Don, would you lead us in our invocation tonight?
Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day and for this opportunity to serve you and serve the citizens of West Fork. God, I pray that as we discuss the business here, that we'll keep all the best things in mind and do things the right way. We just pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Samantha, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll go ahead and convene our meeting. First item on the agenda is a roll call. Misty Cottle.
Here.
Jeff Upton.
Here.
Jan Throgmorton.
Here.
Marty Lindaberry.
Here.
John Collins.
Here.
Dina McKnight.
Here.
Don Rollins.
Here.
Anthony Foster.
Present.
And our city attorney, city clerk are both present. Next is the adoption of our agenda. Are there any changes or motions concerning the agenda?
I make a motion we adopt the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion carries. Next is the approval of our meeting minutes from January 13th. Are there any changes, additions, or motions concerning?
I make a motion we approve the minutes as mailed.
Yes, delivered.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion carries. The next item is our public forum. We do ask anyone addressing the council, please keep your comments to around 2 minutes. Do we have anyone who would like to address the council tonight? Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Come up and tell us who you are.
Hey, my name is Brett Pitts. I'm the other Brett Pitts. And I just wanted to speak really quickly. I was here a few meetings ago when we were talking about the flock surveillance systems. And to keep this at 2 minutes, I just wanted to hit a couple points that I had, things that we might be able to do to move forward since it was such a controversial issue and since so many community members were still trying to figure out exactly what flock camera is, what it means, how it affects the community. I wanted to bring up a couple ideas I had before these go up. One of them being that we could hold a dedicated public forum, kind of a space where people could speak longer than 2 minutes, and there could be more of a questions and answer type of conversation with the community. Kind of a meeting that would focus just on surveillance technology. It might even give an opportunity to present some for and against arguments about flock camera systems. And it could be a good way to educate the community and the city council and staff more, since everybody's still kind of learning about this new technology. I would love to see a plain language explainer kind of put out, something where the city puts out kind of information about what flock is, just to help educate the community and get everybody up to speed. It could have information that has what data is collected, how long the data is kept, who can access it, whether the data is shared externally, and then costs and contract length, just general information about it. And then also there is an opportunity, I've seen other cities do community surveys in this situation, specifically for this. So it's just allows a survey that could allow people to respond and input information on this. And then lastly, I was wondering if we might be able to do an explicit council findings. It's a way that council can publicly state why the tool is necessary, why our existing methods are inefficient or ineffective, kind of why we need this for a small town with such low crime. And what would justify the removal of this system? Like what could go wrong that might justify this system being removed? And on a personal note, I do think a little bit about communities that are affected that aren't just West Fork. I think about Brentwood and Winslow and communities that use 71 in our town to either get medical services, to get up to medical services in Fayetteville, to come get groceries, or even come go to school. They don't quite have an opinion on this matter, And so I'd love to see what we could do to take our time and discuss it as a community, and maybe even find ways to get the greater communities in the area involved, because this decision has a larger impact than just our town.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Anyone else? Yes, sir, Mr. Woody, tell us your name.
Woody Manager. I wanted to briefly talk about tire disposal. I was thinking at the heavy cleanup day, there could be like a tire trailer to take used tires. I go up and down Dye Creek every day, and I clean up the tires when I see them. It's pretty often. It's probably about 10 or 15 a year that I take to Boston Mountain, because like more tires create more tires. So people are coming there to dump them, kind of like just the trash piles that I talked about previously. I try to help clean that up. In the springtime cleanup, we do that area also. But one thought I had was specifically about tires, because they are different than regular trash, to have a specific tire roundup once or twice a year.
Do you know, Woody, does Greenland recycle? Do they take tires? Do you know?
Probably not. No. I don't know, but okay. Yeah, really, it's going down to Prairie Grove to the Boston Mountain place. It's like $5 a tire to get rid of them. So.
Okay. Yeah, definitely a good idea.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get them to bring a trailer over when we do the cleanup. All right. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Bethany Manager. Two things. During the snowstorm, a car was dumped over by Dye Creek, and I called it in, and it was gone. So I don't know if you guys already knew about it when I called it in, but I just wanted to say thank you, because we go through all the time, and same as what Woody was saying, trash begets trash. And I actually saw the guys disassembling it, and I thought they were trying to change a tire. I was like, hey guys, are you okay? And they're like, oh, we're great. And then when Woody came by later on after work, it was very clearly abandoned. And then the next day, the windshield was broken. So it was just really nice to have that gone before it became a thought out, disgusting mess. And then on a personal note, I wanted to let all of you know, and our city at large know, that we have a citizen group working together to just compile resources so that people can find them more easily. We noticed that the food pantries were getting really well used, and that was an indicator of just some other needs that were maybe not being met. So we're putting together, this is going to sound really grassroots and tiny, but I hope that it will help Azine with the kinds of resources that are already happening around town. Like, we've got churches that are doing all kinds of great stuff, but if a person isn't on the internet looking for those things, you don't know about it. And so Azine is just a self-published booklet that lists these things. So it can have things like our library stuff, of clothing drives, food drives. So I will leave contact information. So if you've got something that you know is happening and you want to get it in there, we're going to put it in there once a month so it can be updated regularly. And then if you hear of a need that we can address in there, so we can go seek out those resources. And we had like 8 people meet on Monday afternoon to just talk about it, and to start putting together resources. So that's all. Yeah.
Thanks. All right. Anyone else? No? Oh, yes, ma'am.
Laura Chadwick. I just wanted to say that I liked all the things that the 3 people before me said. I am way in support of all of those.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Anyone else? All right. We'll close the public forum and move into our business reports. First up is the Planning Commission. Elizabeth Hale.
Yes, I'm not Walter. He doesn't feel well today. I did want to let you know we had a public hearing on January 15th about the new Title 15 subdivision and development code. And we voted to send it on to you for a final decision. Thank you.
You guys have any questions for Elizabeth? No?
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Elizabeth. Next, the library report. Marie?
Hey, so we're really excited to be able to get back opened up after the snow. It's always really fun to see families coming in just as a warm place to hang out and escape from the house. So that was a lot of fun. We've started doing more passive programming recently, where once a week we put a craft out. So we kind of did extra of that after the snowstorm, which was a lot of fun. So it was really fun seeing the kids come in, seeing the families come in. Well, and you know, even if it was like individuals, just having that nice place to be like, I'm out of my house again. So that's always a lot of fun. We do have Valentine making all week, so if you would like to drop by the library and make a Valentine, or you know someone who needs some crafting time, we've got you covered. So,
Has Chief Goggins been in there to make his Valentine yet?
Somebody's fishing for
I can't comment on that. We also have our Valentine's chocolate buffet. So if you want to buy chocolate and support the library, on Saturday we have the chocolate buffet. There'll be a lot of homemade goodies. So please come check it out. And you can do your last minute Valentine on the same day because we will still have our table out. So 2 for the price of 1. Yeah, and then also some other exciting news. We've got some new shelving in the library for our little babies. So now they can kind of thumb through the books more easily on the board books, and that's been a lot of fun to watch their interaction with it. So, yeah.
Very good. Any questions for Marie?
What time is the chocolate buffet?
It is from 9 until noon unless supplies run out.
Okay.
Thanks, Marie.
Thank you.
My Valentine's, Chief Goggins.
to see about that. I have another person I'm a little smitten with. And then 3 little ones that are close seconds to that. So 248 calls for service last month. We took 40 reports, 43 citations, 98 warnings, and what do I got here? 31 warrants served. So gotta thank you for a couple different people here. Chad, Isaac, all the city crew, and working to keep the cities clean. They did a great job. Amazingly, that plow had most of those hills scraped down.
Bam!
I'm sorry, I knew this was coming. I was like, other than that, thin layer that nobody can do anything with, they had that thing skinned down. I mean, within hours. They did a great job. And then also to the citizens in the area and stuff like that, because I didn't say anything during, but we worked one accident. I was shocked. Wasn't going to say it. I'm still going to knock on wood. But I think it's a lot of people that either did get out, they did so safely, or they decided not to. And so I was really impressed that we didn't have more problems, and I can't think of any one of these incidents this long that we have not had at least something that we're pushing cars up a hill for 30 minutes and doing weird things and calling tow trucks. Something. To only have basically one accident was, so a big thank you to the people in the area for not pressing their luck or being irresponsible about it. We are selling our canine Tahoe. 2 options on that. To a civilian, we will strip it down and sell it stripped, or we will sell it upfitted to a law enforcement officer or agency, some kind of law enforcement that qualifies, minus the West Fork and radio. So that is posted on Facebook. Feel free to send us your bids if you're interested. It does smell like dog and has a lot of miles on it, so just saying. And lastly, the flock, I guess we'll bring that up too. We did get all the signatures done for that proposal, and that is either on its way or at RDOT as we speak. And RDOT will probably be the longest process on whether it's approved or how it's done, or if we have to make adjustments or whatever. But basically, our end is done. It's now on the state as far as going forward with that project. So that's all I got for you.
Any question for Chief Goggins?
So could we get one of those, like a 1-pager or something that we could distribute, since it sounds like we're kind of already in the process? So just answering some of those FAQs,
I'm glad to do some kind of product like that and post on our Facebook. And then the state statute does require that we do, I would imagine, I don't know how this is going to work yet or when it's going to even get started. I imagine it'll be part of our council packet that we will report the same stuff that we're statutorily required to. I think it's activity numbers. I don't know exactly, but what the statute, I'm not going to quote it, but there is a thing that says we're supposed to give status reports or activity reports. And I think it says biannually in the state statute. We'll do more than that, and it'll probably just adjust this product we're giving you to show how we're using it, what's going on with it. So I'm sure we'll incorporate that. But I can't remember all the stuff it says on there. But
I wonder if the state has to report, they've implemented those new cameras up there by exit 62 that are actually looking in vehicles to see if people are on their cell phones. I wonder if there's any reporting coming out of that.
I don't know. The law specifically talks about license plate reading cameras. I don't know if those have that capability or not. My understanding is I don't know exactly the ins and outs of that, but I think it's a system that helps an actual officer monitor that. I don't know that that's the same kind of thing. It would be the equivalent of someone sitting down the road with binoculars looking in the vehicle, but I think those cameras are basically the officer can watch vehicles and see people on their phones and then address it right there. I don't know that that's.
Yeah, it's feeding to somebody down the road.
Yeah, I think
They
that.
have to be there to see what.
Yeah, I think that's how that's being used, which would be us putting up a camera and watching for a violation and then going and getting it. So I don't know if it's logging stuff or not, but I know very little. That's the extent of what I know about it. But the state statute does require any license plate reading systems, like I said, do those regular reports, and also there's a statutory limit to how long we can keep it. I can't remember. I think it's 90 days, 100 days. Flock is well below whatever that is. We're within or below what that statutory limitation is. We can't keep it more than, I think it was 150 days or 100 days. I don't remember for sure, but it's only a few months that data is going to be retained, and it's gone.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Cool. Thank you.
Isaac's not here tonight. You have the Public Works reports in your packet. Do we have any questions concerning those?
We actually don't ever receive a Public Works report. He just gives it. We have no paper in ours.
So you've got a water report and you've got a sewer report that shows.
Oh, the totals?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's
But yeah, he only has, I think he has semi-annual meetings with his committee.
Okay.
So yeah, there's not a.
Yeah.
So as of our department head meeting, we still did not have data back from the leak detection company. They've been tracking some stuff down, but they're waiting on some, hoping to get some more information from them, but they're not, at this point, they're not super confident that we're gonna get a lot from it. So, other than what they've already given us, I guess I should say. So, water loss is still high. They're looking for it, but they're having a hard time finding it. Don looks like he's got something to say. I'm giving him an option.
It's almost gotta be under the river.
So,
If we've exhausted so many resources trying to find it.
so we know that it is between the pump station, the old pump station, and the library. Everybody's confident about that. Where exactly, and I'm not saying that that's but there is a big leak between those 2 points. So hopefully it's not in the river, but Isaac's still looking to try.
I mean, if it's in the river, there's nothing we can do until we hang a new line on that bridge.
Pretty much, yeah.
Are they using cameras to look for it? Is that what they're doing?
No, so on the water side, they do listening. I don't know, Jim, but no, they're not using cameras. They use the cameras on the sewer side. I know that.
And have you listened under a river
For
for a water leak?
Pressurize it with the bubbles.
Put some soap in it.
Yeah, put some dye in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just,
I hope that's not the case, but yeah, Isaac and them, I know, he said they were trying to work backwards from the library that way to track it down, because he says you can hear it very, very clearly from the library. So
When do we have to start moving on that?
they're already, so they started that on Pleasant Street in preparation for it. But yeah, they're moving forward with it. They haven't got to the point where they're actually digging and moving anything yet, but,
That may either help you find it or.
that's true, that's true.
One or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, but they'll be moving that stuff will be moved this year.
At least it started that direction. See
True,
how it comes out.
that's true. We'll
Make
see.
it to be a big one or.
It may be. Thanks for that idea, Jeff.
No problem. I'm going to help him.
Yeah, okay. That's where he's at though.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's in between a rock and a hard place. Yeah.
He is, and he doesn't like it any more than there's nothing he hates
Right.
more than to see it that high. Cause we were down in that 15 to 20 range for so long, and it's just kept creeping up on him, so.
I know it's been hard at it looking for it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Yep. Okay. Next, Parks Report. Director Harrison.
Is there water leaking out the park?
What's that? Since Chief Goggins brought up the snow removal, I'm gonna speak for Isaac and give him a little bit of props as well. And the Parks Department did help where we could. We weren't responsible for most of it. We did help where we could, and we did clear some lots at the park and some sidewalks and things. We got to use the new snow plow, and it's quite a piece of equipment. There's a learning curve to it and trying to figure it out. But I will say, Isaac, then with snow plow, that first morning they had electrical issues with that plow, had a fuse go out. So they were down for a little while. They had one of their blades, angle blades on the back of the tractor, the frame on it broke. So he had a lot of equipment issues, and I thought they still, in spite of that, did a great job of getting what they could when they could, for the amount of snow and how fast it came. And I thought they did real well even with those issues, and I know his crew was out working hard and as much as they could, so I want to give him some props, and I don't want to take too much credit because we didn't help a lot, but we tried. But if you get a chance to go out and push some snow with that truck, I'd recommend it. It's quite interesting. So anyway, and onto the parks. The snow and stuff kind of set us back, the Parks Department, but we worked mainly, our focus right now is just getting our fields and our facility ready for season. The high school season starts in 3 weeks, I believe. They've been down there practicing already. Our signups are in progress, going slow, but they always do to start. We'll wrap those up. The initial deadline is the 21st. We'll have to extend that a little bit, then we'll get our teams organized, and they'll start practicing down there in about a month as well. So that's really been our focus, is just getting those fields and the facility ready for the ball season coming up, and helping take care of the snow and the issues that came up with the winter storm, as well as mainly what we've been concentrating on. We are going to start back with some of our disc golf course upgrades and start some more clearing and some cleanup down there again tomorrow. Weather's finally gotten back where we can get in there, and my help is available to get back in there, so we're going to be working on it some more starting tomorrow, doing some field grading this week, hopefully before the rains can move in at the end of the week. So yeah, we got that's what we're doing, so that's about all I've got.
Any questions for Chad? No? Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Next, Fire Department, Chief Howard.
Good evening. Relatively slow month. It was kind of nice. We had 92 incidents. 14 of those were fires. All in all, our 2 new employees are doing a great job. I think they've kind of created a white cloud over us, and we've kind of slowed down a little bit on our emergency, so that's been good. But no, they're both new employees they started. They're getting acclimated to the way things are going to be, and they're doing a good job. So thank you all for those 2 employees. Also in January, we logged 163 hours of training. And fire marshal did 19 inspections. 6 of those were fire inspections and 13 building inspections. And that's about it for me on the month of January.
Questions for TJ, or Chief Howerton? Sorry. All right. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Christie is not here tonight, but we do have a full statement of revenue and expenditures, as well as water and sewer fund balances and expenditures in there. Is there any questions concerning the budgets for the first month of the year? As typical, they look terrible in that first month. There's a lot of stuff that comes out right at the beginning of the year. So the only thing that I found concerning within the budget was our city sales tax numbers are down significantly year over year. County sales tax numbers are down significantly year over year. So that's just 1 month. Definitely nothing to be concerned yet, but something that we definitely want to monitor and see how that, how that trends as we move forward into the year. So, any other questions on that or thoughts?
I'm doing my part.
Thank you.
I'm doing more than her part.
All right. So we'll go ahead and move to item B on the agenda, procedural motion. We do have an ordinance tonight. Would anyone care to make a procedural motion?
I make a motion that we do it.
Second.
We have a motion second to suspend the rule. We'll take a roll call on that. Misty Cottle,
Yes.
Jeff Upton,
Yes.
Jan Throgmorton,
Yes.
Marty Lindaberry,
Yes.
John Collins,
Yes.
Dina McKnight,
Yes.
Don Rollins,
Yes.
Anthony Foster.
Yes.
All right. That motion carries to suspend the rules, be the title only. We don't have any old business, so we'll move straight into our new business. Item 1 of new business is approve proposed 2026 interest rates, and you'll see in your packet our CDs were coming to maturity, and the banks have reached out with new rates on those 2 CDs.
Chrissy probably just put the highest
Yes.
on here? Okay.
Yes.
I was pretty sure, so just making sure.
So, yes, the highest, and we also tried to keep most of that. So these are both just 1-year renewals. We do have one CD that's a little bit longer term, but on these 2, we went back to a 1-year, 12 months, just so that we don't need that money. It's not scheduled in the budget, but also we don't want to tie that up. We can get it out of a CD, but anyway, that was the idea, yes.
I make a motion we do.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the proposed interest rates for 2026. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. That motion carries. Item 2 is ordinance 2026539, and I'll let Attorney Kicklack read the title on that.
Yes, sir. It's an ordinance to amend Title 15 subdivisions of the Westport Municipal Code. And Mayor, you received a motion to pass.
And so before we move forward with that, is there any questions from the council regarding Title 15 that you guys would like to discuss or ask questions? We have a representative from Garber Engineer here. We have Elizabeth here from the Planning Commission. So they're both available to answer questions if anybody has questions about it.
They work hard on it all the time.
Yeah.
And we trust them.
Okay.
And then if we need to make a change, obviously that'll just come before us on an as-needed basis.
Yes.
Okay.
I assure you, it is not a perfect ordinance, and it will need to be changed. Whether we find a flaw in it while this administration is in office, or if it's the next administration, it will be changed, yes.
Make a motion we approve.
Second, sorry. Sorry. No, I meant to pass it.
We have a
Sorry.
motion and second to approve
Yes.
ordinance 2026-539. Misty Cottle,
Yes.
Jeff Upton,
Yes.
Jan Throgmorton,
Yes.
Marty Lindaberry,
Yes.
John Collins,
Yes.
Dina McKnight,
Yes.
Don Rollins,
Yes.
Anthony Foster.
Yes.
And that was passed. We're good with that.
I was thinking.
Okay. Item 3 of new business. This is a moment everyone's been waiting on.
With bated breath.
Is the
Yeah, I did too.
2025 State of the City Address.
Goodness, take his water away from him.
I still have to read it, so it can be with a hoarse voice or a wet voice. All right, here we go. State of the City of West Fork. West Fork completed many of our stated goals for 2025, and I am encouraged by the momentum we are carrying into 26. Throughout 25, we continued to see citizen involvement with city projects and planning. Our team of employees has remained dedicated to not only their respective departments, but also to the city. The city could not have asked for a more dedicated group of employees who committed to staying safe while also striving to better our city functions. From the Treasurer's Office, they experienced a strong fiscal year marked by responsible financial management and continued growth in local economic activity. The city increased its bank balance by $113,000 and ended the year $178,000 under budget, reflecting careful oversight and expenditures. The Water Department saw a modest decrease in bank balances of $13,000 while finishing the year $1,100 under budget. Revenue trends were positive, with city sales tax increasing by 2.56% and county sales tax rising by 5.68% compared to 24. At year's end, the city maintained 47 active business licenses, demonstrating steady commercial activity. The office processed 31 building permits and 49 HVAC and plumbing permits, supporting ongoing development within the community. In addition to its financial responsibilities, the Treasurer's Office enhanced transparency and public engagement by developing a new city website and mobile app to improve access to information and communication with residents. At the Parks Department, they continue to operate efficiently in 25, providing consistent care and oversight of park facilities, programs, and special events. Highlights included the successful operation of the youth sports program and annual Independence Day celebration at Carter Park. With the support of the Parks Committee and collaboration with other city departments, the department maintained, upgraded, and improved the city's park system throughout the year. A major capital improvement was completed at Carter Park with the paving of the secondary gravel parking lot. This project added approximately 40,000 square feet of asphalt, created more than 100 additional paved parking spaces, significantly improving accessibility and visitor convenience. Significant enhancements were also made to Carter Park Disc Golf Course. 14 new baskets were installed, increasing the course to 32 unique basket locations. These improvements resulted in a 52% increase in rounds played during the first 3 months following completion. Planned improvements for 26 include upgrades to the tee pads, continued clearing of overgrown sections, terrain repairs, and additional course enhancements, with the goal of making the course the premier disc golf destination in Northwest Arkansas. The course currently ranks as the 4th most popular in the region according to UDisc users. The Parks Department's Tree City program achieved Tree City USA recognition for the 10th consecutive year and has already received approval for its 11th year. Throughout 25, the department continued to work closely with other city departments, committees, and community organizations to improve, enhance, and beautify the city of West Fork, ensuring a welcoming and enjoyable environment for residents and visitors alike. At the police department, they had a productive year. The department had strengthened its efforts to build up a part-time and auxiliary officer program and added 2 more part-time officers that are helping to fill gaps of our short staffing. West Fork PD experienced a change of leadership in 25 with the promotion of Justin Goggins to police chief. The department struggled with an aging vehicle fleet, but is working to resolve this in the next 24 months with new vehicles and equipment updates. Overall, the department made incremental improvements across the board to end the year better than we started. The following is a summary of accomplishments at the police department and our goals of 25. Year-to-date total calls for service, 4,116, 640 citations issued. The top 3 offenders were no insurance, speeding, and expired tags. 879 warnings issued. Top 3, speeding, expired tags, and failure to obey stop signs. Kind of a trend there. 400 warrants served, 20 felony arrests, 46 misdemeanor arrests. The contract with the West Fork School District was renewed, and Officer Polk is serving as the SRO. They participated in the 4th of July, the City of Lights, the West Fest Parade, and the Trunk or Treat functions. They secured a $50,000 STEP grant for seat belts, DWIs, and extra patrols. 3 new radars, 4 new portable breath testers, and one new laser radar. Shop with a Cop was able to provide Christmas presents for 20 local children, and thanks to generous donations, we were able to increase the amount spent on each child by 60% in 2025. At the direction of the mayor, the police department reviewed its emergency preparedness. The department focused on strengthening communications in 25. We repurposed our old radio equipment, installed a small-scale backup radio system for the city, and packaged existing radio equipment for a mobile dispatch system. In 26, the department will move forward with emergency preparedness and will work on department radio system that will be secure and independent to provide day-to-day talk around communications for the officers and backup for the fire department and city services. The department will update and replace equipment, vehicles, radars, computers, and bulletproof vests. We will streamline the uniform policy with all black dress uniform and an affordable rugged duty uniform. We will start a housekeeping project to organize the storage and clean out old equipment. Lastly, we look forward to serving the region in fall of 26 with the addition of the license plate reader camera system. Public Works. The water department saw growth this year, adding 24 new water and sewer services. The department also replaced 1,500 feet of 10-inch transmission line on North Centennial as part of the Rock Creek Bridge replacement, as well as 1,400 feet of new 6-inch along Pleasant as part of the 170 bridge replacement, bringing much needed fire protection. The department also oversaw the decommissioning of the step system at the Homestead subdivision, bringing that project to a close. The street department welcomed a new fleet addition with a dump truck outfitted with a snow plow purchased this spring. The department also replaced the old culverts on Riverwood and poured concrete approaches on Dye Creek with new box culverts after a late spring flood washed the roads out. The department did get awarded $400,000 for state aid paving for late 26. That award comes as a lot of prep and drainage work to the streets are going to begin. At the library, in 25, the library has continued to build on goals established in 24 with the support of our community partners. Can't say it, Marie. The Lepidoptera Club. Lepidoptera Club and Good Faith Garden Club were able to put up a pergola and swings in our story garden. Our volunteers, Barb and Tony Romano, also set up a space and moved one of the picnic tables to the garden. Now members of the community come to picnic and play. Over the last year, we have also made some changes inside the library. We have installed lib data on our patron computers, which allows us to have a more accurate count of the number of times the computers are used and protects patrons by wiping the computer after each use. This past year, we have worked to weed the library using Crew Manual as a guide. This will add to the overall health of our collection by making space for new books, by removing ones that have not been checked out in years. Debbie has been working on cleaning up our collection so that the system is not bogged down with missing or withdrawn items while patrons are searching for specific items. Youth services continue to thrive. Lindsay's Infant Encore Storytime, launched last year, has grown into a well-attended program supporting early literacy and gross motor development. She also organized a summer bug extravaganza with local experts, drawing over 70 attendees, and helped deliver nearly 600 program participants in June alone. Looking ahead, the library plans to launch an updated website, continue offering relevant community programs, and further strengthen the quality and organization of our collection. At the fire department, we had our busiest year on record in West Fork. We responded to 1,200 emergencies, 142 of those were fires, 68 rescues, 839 medical emergencies, 151 other type emergencies. West Fork firefighters logged 3,155 hours of training compared to 2024, and 962 total calls and 1,023 hours of training. That was in 24. They've been busy. This year, we also created a fire prevention bureau promoting Captain Travis Weisenhunt to fire marshal. He has completed 179 commercial fire inspections and overseen 28 different public education events. We have been rewriting the city's emergency ops plan and are working to ensure our city is prepared for as many different emergency situations as possible. Our department responded to a tornado inside the city of Greenland, which opened our eyes to how prepared we need to be. We have also streamlined our burn permits by allowing our citizens to use the city's new website app to gain permission to burn rather than having to call the fire station directly. The city's new website app is a great way to push out information to our citizens, especially in the event of an emergency. This year, we were able to purchase $60,000 worth of new personal protective fire gear to ensure our firefighters are safe as possible while on the job. In '25, we had 3 volunteer firefighters attend and graduate from the NWA Metro Chiefs Fire Academy. Thanks to the 2026 budget approval, 2 of those firefighters will be full-time firefighters here in our community. In 2026, we will be putting our 2 new firefighters to work with a new fire hydrant maintenance program for the entire 96 square mile response area. They will also assist in checking and maintaining our 14 pieces of fire apparatus across our 4 stations, not to mention running emergency calls. With all the exciting new growth throughout our response area, I can only assume we will get busier as time goes on. We are excited and looking forward to the challenge that lies ahead. In the court, they had a total of $429,086 in fines and fees were collected, with $69,295 distributed to the court, $84,967 allocated to the police department, and $274,824 remitted to other county and state agencies. During the year, the court issued 450 warrants and handled a significant caseload that included 1,589 trials, 2,859 arraignments, 55 civil cases, 5 small claims filings. In addition to its core operations, the court continued to evaluate and implement ways to make payment options more accessible to the public with the goal of improving compliance and reducing outstanding account balances. As you can see, 2025 was a very productive year for the city of West Fork. Our revenues increased at a greater rate than our expenses. We added new homes, and each department was successful in obtaining many of their stated goals for 25. With the success and achievements gained in 2025, I am encouraged and excited with the vision and goals set forth for the coming year. That is the West Fork State of the City for 2025. And that concludes our new business. Item E, is there any other business? No? Okay. Item F, mayor's comments. Let me get my speech, John. So mayor's comments, yeah, we did a great job on the streets with our snowstorm. I'm thankful that we didn't get as much as some of the forecasts had predicted. We definitely had a win with the purchase of the snowplow and the new truck. Now, if we can get some coordination across the small towns in Washington County and get some pre-treat and some post-treat opportunity going, I think we'll be set. I've been discussing trying to get collaboration from Washington County to allow the small towns to utilize those mix stations so that not each town has to put in their own. Seems like a simple project, but it's been hard to get the county on board. So maybe someday we'll get to pre-treat and post-treat like they do in Fayetteville, where we can get some of that stuff off a little bit quicker. But all in all, it was great. I wish Isaac was here so we could tell him that he did a good job. A lot of us don't realize that that blading those roads is one piece of it, but Isaac was happy to report that not one mailbox ended up in the street from that blading process. We also, you guys drive the roads in the city, you know that there's places where the sewer lids stick up a little bit. It's annoying when your tire runs over that. Well, imagine driving down the road with a blade, a big piece of metal in a ton truck running 20 miles an hour and hitting one of those. So I say all that to say there's a lot of preparation that goes into when that snow's on and you can no longer see where that sewer cap is, or that snow's on and you can't see where somebody's curb is. There's a lot that goes into that, and those guys did a great job. They didn't tear anything up that was citizens and tore very little up that was the city's. So that alone makes it a pretty good success. And if you see any of them, be sure and thank them. They were out very early. There was a lot of abnormal hours worked in that plowing process. So anyway, take a minute to tell them thank you if you see them. and hopefully we'll be ready for the next one. The only other thing I have is, it's that time of year that we all hate. It's campaign season, it's a campaign year, so, the first primary, we have a primary on March 3rd, so I just encourage everyone to go vote, exercise your civic duty and go vote. And, council, some of y'all, myself, are up for re-election this year, so, we need to get prepared for that. That's, we don't have to get our signatures for another couple months, so we don't have to get too anxious at this level. But do know that there's 4 of you guys I know that are up for re-election. I don't know who it is off the top of my head. But, seat 2, everybody that's seat 2. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. That's all I have. John?
Hey, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. We are adjourned.